Hi, my name is Whitney Stoner and I'm the owner of Whitney Fusion Events. I came to Michelle over 7 years ago when I had the opportunity to start my own event planning business. I run a high-end boutique event planning firm in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I needed a name. I needed a logo and I needed a branding strategy. I was a bit at a loss because typically I have creative ideas and come up with something surrounding the events that I had done previously or any sort of creative outlet. But this time, I think with naming my own business, I really was stuck. Very stressed out and nervous about how I could name my own business that would last the test of time and also appeal to both men and women, corporate, social, and all the different events that I wanted to get into. She and I worked for about a month on the naming process, the logo process. She was in Amsterdam, I was in San Francisco. And what I really loved about the entire process was, one, Michelle has the most creative and passionate way to go about her work. She acts like she's naming her own business when she's working with you, or when she was working with me especially. And I just found the process to be very soothing when I was so incredibly stressed about it. She walked me through her thoughts and her inspirations. She pulled different inspirations from inside of me that I didn't even know that I had. And, we ended up coming up with a name that certain people doubted, questioned, in focus groups, but that I, in the end, was so incredibly comfortable with. And still to this day, over 7 years later, Whitney Fusion is a name that I use generally and specifically to different companies that I own. I can never repay Michelle for what she did for me, and again, a logo, a branding strategy that has stood the test of time. I recommend working with her for a million reasons. She becomes your best friend. She's witty, she's funny, she's incredibly creative. She is very mindful and thoughtful, very easy to get a hold of. She's responsive, and she definitely, it's not her coming up with the ideas and presenting them to you. It is definitely a joint effort, which I think, especially if it is your own business, is extremely important, and it was to me. So if you are looking for any branding or logo work, I think now especially she's excelled in the social media aspect as well. I would look to hire Michelle, and I would do so again a million times over. Thanks.